Hello everyone, thanks again for joining us for another episode of the Chad and Chevy Show. On this episode, we're going to recap what happened in the Toronto real estate market for the month of February 2018. February, as you know, was obviously another cold month, plenty of snow, which means people don't typically want to deal with the process of buying or selling a home.
That is true.
Most of us like to stay indoors, stay warm and cozy while binging on network or watching documentaries on YouTube. You watch anything good in last month?
Yeah, I have actually. Chris Rock has a new stand-up. That's pretty good. Yeah. Marlon Wayans, woke-ish, really funny. And not in Netflix, but in the movie theaters, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. Please go check that out. It's a really good movie.
I've seen it. It's a great movie, yeah. For me, I didn't really catch too much TV in February, but I was able to finish off the Black Mirror series. And it's a great show, of course.
Yeah. So yes, Chad, February definitely did suck weather-wise, but how was the Toronto real estate market?
Well, Chev, the market wasn't all that bad, actually. Definitely better than the weather that we had to deal with. In February, we saw a slight improvement from January, probably because February wasn't as cold as January, was it? I actually don't remember because I was in the Philippines.
Yes, we know.
Yeah,
we know.
Honestly, I just have no idea. But yeah, anyhow, in February, we had about 13,362 total active listings. Yeah. This was 147.4% of an increase from last year in February.
It's out there. It's
definitely it. So one of the reasons why the market was so hot last year, there were basically not very many listings, right? And there was a lot of hungry buyers out there that wanted to get in. 5,175 homes were sold in the GTA as a whole, which again was down from February of 2017, where just under 8,000 homes were sold. Also last month, February, homes were sitting on the market for an average of 25 days compared to 13 days of last year in February. It's a bit of a difference there, not as long, of course. You can clearly see how crazy the market was last year compared to this year. However, as I mentioned earlier, we are starting to see a slight climb in numbers as we creep into the spring market where the weather does get warmer, of course. And just like everyone's barbecues, the market tends to heat up.
That's right, the block is getting hot.
That's right. Chev, my good man, please share some of the average prices for us in Toronto.
Yeah, no problem, Chad. So as Chad mentioned, numbers are starting to climb, and this is also reflected in the average home prices across the board. So detached homes also still 17% lower than they were in February of 2017, are actually up from the 970,000 to just over $1 million on average. So it's pretty good, not too shabby.
That's right.
Semis and townhouses also remain below prices we saw last year. However, we are seeing a slight climb as well compared to last month. And then, of course, condos. Condos, which are the hottest choices in the current real estate market, are actually up 10.1% from last February and remain the only sector which is doing better than last year, as last year detached homes were the hot choice. So as you can tell, people are either going for detached homes or condos, and then you got townhomes and semi-detaches in between. With mortgage approval difficulties and high prices, consumers are being forced to purchase the more affordable condo options, which is pushing condo prices higher and higher each month. As for inventory, we're sitting at a low of 2.1, which means it's slightly more of a seller's market, but healthy overall.
So we look forward to seeing how April plays out this year, as April is when the market took a hit from the government last year when they introduced all the changes in the rules, which we all remember. So we seem to be headed in the right direction, and I anticipate a healthy and an active spring market in real estate.
Thanks for joining us again on another episode of Chad and Chev. Have a wonderful month of March. It's actually my birthday. You can't wish me a happy birthday.
Hey, happy birthday, brother. Happy birthday.
Man. And again, happy house hunting.
Thanks, guys.